Online with Smart Computing, Book 6, Class 6, Computer Studies, Video Lesson number 1, Chapter number 2, Electronic Mail. Dear students, Assalamu Alaikum. This is the first video lesson from Chapter number 2, Electronic Mail. In this lesson, we shall cover the topics History of Email, Features of Email, how to create an email account, and CAPTCHA from page number 18 to 21. The time duration for this lesson is 70 minutes. And as usual, the resources required for this lesson are Online with Smart Computing Book 6, pen, loose sheets, and notebooks. Students, I hope that you have already prepared these things with you. Welcome to Computer Studies lesson. By the end of this lesson, we shall be able to describe store and forward model of email, discover history of email, enlist features of email, discover online or web-based email sites, identify components of email page, create an email account, identify the use of CAPTCHA for opening an email account. Students, do you know what an email is? Email stands for electronic mail. It is a service on the internet which we use to send messages, files, and other components to our friends and family members. Email is a method of sending and receiving messages from one computer to another computer over the network. Email is based on stored and forward model. Email servers can store, accept, and forward email messages which may be text messages, files, images, audio, or video clips. Students, let's discuss the history of email. Email was started in 1965. The company that started email was ARPANET. ARPANET was a company in the defense sector of the United States which started this service for sending and receiving messages. It made large contribution to the development of email. Raymond Tomlinson introduced the use of @ to separate the names of the user and their machines in 1971. Let's watch this video together to know more about email.
Who really invented electronic mail? The email. Shiva Yajuraya Ray Tomlinson. After tech pioneer Ray Tomlinson's death on March 6, 2016, a can of worms regarding who truly was the inventor of email was reopened on Twitter. Gmail, Google's electronic mail software, paid tribute on Twitter, acknowledging him for inventing email and putting the @ sign on the map. Ray Tomlinson has been peer credited with writing a program in 1971 for ARPANET, the precursor of the internet, so people sitting on different computer terminals could send each other simple text messages as simple networking. What Yajurai claims is that he, as a 14-year-old in 1978, a full 7 years after Tomlinson's creation, wrote a program that replicated the features of the paper mail system and came with a user-friendly interface that we are most familiar with today: inbox, outbox, drafts, subject, CC, VCC, etc. And it is precisely this, according to him, that distinguishes his invention from earlier primitive methods of electronic communication. From the perspective of email as one of the many core services that took shape during the formation of the internet, it was not the work of a single person. Email has had many inventors. It was an evolution over time. 1962 Auto-DIN network first computerized message system. 1965 Van Vleck and Morris created the mail command for MIT's CTSS mail. 1968 IBM Administrative Terminal System 360. 1971 Ray Tomlinson created the first ARPANET message system, utilizing SNDMSG, a local inter-user mail program incorporating the experimental file transfer program, CPYNET, allowed the first networked electronic mail. He wrote the first program to send messages over a network, and he chose the @ symbol for use in email addresses. 1972 Douglas McIlroy created the Unix mail program. 1972 Larry M. Breed and Francis Bates III created APL Mailbox. 1974 The Plato IV Notes online message board system was generalized to offer personal notes in August 1974. 1974 to 77 Xerox Alto Laurel email client, followed later by Hardy. 1977 Crocker, Vittle, Pogren, and Henderson consolidated incompatible systems by drafting a common specification for what they called electronic mail on the ARPANET. 1978 Mail client written by Kurt Schoens for Unix and distributed with the second Berkeley software distribution, included support for aliases and distribution lists, forwarding, formatting messages, and accessing different mailboxes. It used the Unix mail client to send messages between system users. 1979 MH Message Handling System developed a TRAND, provided several tools for managing electronic mail on Unix. 1979 to 1982 VA Shiva Yajirai created a system called Email to emulate the inter-office mail system of the University of Medicine and Dentistry of New Jersey. There is no one inventor of email. It was built upon improvement after improvement ever since ARPANET came into being. Many other people made advances in the development of electronic mail before, between and after these people. Thank you for watching.
Students, after watching this video, I hope that you have learned much about the history and the development of the email. I ask you to please open up your textbook and read from page number 18 to 21. Underline the word ARPANET and its full form. Enlist features of email on blue sheets as given on page number 18. Identify the parts of the email page and their functions. After the reading, let's discuss the features of a good email. We consider a mail service good if it has some important features. Those features may include that email address must be unique. It means that every email address belongs to one particular person or a group of people. One email address cannot be used by more than one person. A good email is capable to send and receive messages. We can send the same message to multiple recipients using one send button click. We can compose and read messages offline. There is an address book to save and remove the email addresses of the people or recipients. We can create multiple folders to organize emails such as inbox, sent items, drafts, deleted items, etc. It is the interface of email composing page. This red box here contains the header of the email. In the header, the address of the recipient, we write it here in this text box. If we want to copy someone in our email message, we write the address of that person in this CC box. And this box here, we enter the subject of the email topic. After filling these three boxes, we type our message in this white area. When we complete our typing or our message is complete, we press this send button. By pressing this send button, the recipients of this email will instantly get our message. Now, let's see how to create an email account using any email service site. For example, here I have shown you the Google email page. If you want to create a new email account, you will click on this create an account button here. Once you click on this button, a form will appear before you. Fill in all the required fields in the form and then agree to the terms and conditions and policy. Submit your form and your account will be created. Now, let's see all these features one by one. Open the email service site you want to register your email account, for example, Gmail or Hotmail. Now, press the sign up button or create account button to create a new email account. Fill in your name, first name, last name, date of birth, email ID, etc. Enter your password and re-enter your password. Submit your form and your new account will be created. You must remember the username and the password of your account, and please remember, do not share any of your personal information with strangers. Whenever you are filling some form on the computer, there is a test called CAPTCHA you have to go through. CAPTCHA is the abbreviation of the word completely automated public Turing test to tell the computers and human apart. This test tells the computer that the response is generated by the human being and not by any robot or any other computer. Whenever you are filling some form, you see a picture like the one that is shown here. There is some word written in this area and the form will ask you to write the same word here. This is basically a CAPTCHA test. If you are making or filling the form, you will write this word here in this text box and the computer will recognize that you are a human and it will allow you to do further processing of the form. Here is a short activity for you to perform. Solve the MCQs given on page number 19 of your textbook. Share your answer with your computer teacher over email or WhatsApp number. Now, I hope that you are able enough to write the answer of these questions. Write your answers in loose sheets and show your answers to your computer teacher. What is header in email? Header of the message is divided into fields such as sender, receiver, summary, and other related information. Which is the most widely used email service? Hotmail is the most widely used email service. Now, let's recap what we have covered in this video lesson. In email, E stands for electronic. ARPANET made great contribution in the development of email. A good email service may have features such as sending messages, receiving messages, organize messages in folders, keep address book of the email accounts, etc. When you want to create a new email account, click on the sign up or create new account button and fill in the form with basic information. CAPTCHA is a test to check that the response is generated by a human and not by a bot or any other computer. Now, let's try to answer these questions in your notebooks. Use your textbook as your reference guide, or you can watch this video again where you need clarity. Show your answers to your computer teacher. Define email. Define CC. Write down the names of some email programs. What is the difference between CC and BCC? Enlist the advantages of email. What are the parts of an email message? Explain CAPTCHA. Students, I hope that you have enjoyed this video lesson. We shall meet in this video lesson in the next video lesson on the same topic in the next week. Till then, take care of yourselves and Allah Hafiz.